Hey YouTube, real quick. Yeah, these are one of the few brushless or brush motor birds that I'm going to deal with. I've always liked the naked little frame of these, which is probably why I'm so attracted to flame wheels or rat rods. Anyway, used to like to take the tarantula boards and stuff like that and put them on these and make them really light and have a lot of fun. I was going to repair these, excuse me. For the life of me, I don't remember what board that is. And it might be good. And this board, that might be good. My guess is they're both WL toys. One is probably the Q 666 type, you know, that weird ass quad that came out WL toys, but it has a really good switchable transmitter. If you're into flying tarantulas and remember the old JJRC H8C, anything like that, or even the XKX Alien, the little brushed motor Alien. If you're into flying those kind of quads, get yourself the controller that comes with the Q or V666. It's a switchable WL Toys controller, but it has a lot more range and a lot more parameters in terms of what you can make it do. You like your tarantula, get that controller. Your tarantula will be a hot rod, more of a hot rod, if you go there. But I'm not saying get a tarantula. I hate to go backwards. But I like to get a lot of stuff out of my way, clean up my living room, and things that I'm either going to throw away and never mess with again, I want gone. Things are going to keep as relics or showpiece or, you know, decoration on the wall, or fly occasionally with kids or whatever. I need to weed all that out. And the few brushed motors units that I want in my lineup, or I would recommend to anyone, is the SEMA X8C, the original Venture. Not any of the other ones, you know. You guys have a ball with them, do what you want to do. All the other X8 series with the altitude hold and the other camera and all the bells and whistles, you know, more power to you. I firmly believe the original tank, the Abrams tank of any and all brushed motor units, is the original X8C, the Venture. That's a bird, man. The other bird I think is very quality is the WL Toys Q303. Off the top, the LVC warning is extremely too short and brief. Other than that, it really is an exceptional brushed motor quad. and I'm going to try to revise mine. If I don't, what I'm thinking about is making kind of a rat rod dealio here. These traditionally run like tarantula style motors. I'm going to make frames like this. I don't know what I'm going to use for a board. I'm thinking the Q303 board. I'm not going to solder any tarantula boards, and never did like that WL Toys one with the chrome canopy that you had to do all the weird protocol things with the gimbals to get it to run. Hate that bird, man. Got use out of the chrome canopy though, but hated that bird. Basically, those are the two. These are basically the same frames, and they're pennies, you know, for different pieces. This one has a little camera mount. I can make one for that. It's not a big deal. I just want to get these in the air, get some boards on them. I'm thinking we're gonna salvage a X8C board from one of my existing X8Cs, but I also think I'm going to tear into a Q303 and put one of those on this frame, come up with some LEDs. Now the difference is we're going to be running the sprockets and the motors from the X8C, not the WL Toys, not the tarantula motors, not the Q or V303 motors, which basically are tarantula motors. They're 7-volt motors, and they're fast and they're responsive. And these are the sprockets that pretty much go with them. You know, I hate the sprocket slip on these. That's one reason I don't miss this. Man, I'm long-winded. I need to go to bed. And no, there's not any weird material on that TV. I am not watching that. That is somebody else's doing. Russians hacking into my system again, pushing stuff. So, yeah, good times. That's the plan. We're going to find some boards, find some wire. We're going back old school. We're going to do something brushed. But the plan is WL Toys SEMA X8C boards with SEMA X8C motors with the bigger sprocket. And sounds crazy. I think it's going to work though. It's going to look kind of funny too, because little spoiler alert, the sprocket or the motor or both, they're going to be upside down, but the lift is going to be up. Okay, thanks guys. Get some rest. Hey, YouTube. What's up, Chris? How you doing, man? I'm feeling a little better. It's still raining here today. So far, no flash floods, no evacuation. Anyway, this is a trip down memory lane. Retro. We're going to do a throwback. Blast from the past, the good old days, and all those other sayings. Yes, what you see before you, a dirty mess, of course, as always. Sanford and Son, truly. Retro, man. What I mean by that is brushed motors. If you heard me speak at all, the 9 or 10 people that occasionally watch my videos, on more than one occasion I have said, when it comes to a quadcopter with brush motors, There's nothing better than the SEMA X8C or the WL Toys Q303, and I stand by that. This is the circuit board of a WL Toys Q303. It's probably 2 years old. It's been through hell and back. It's survived 100 rains and 50 crashes, and low voltage warning doesn't last long at all on these quads, which is probably the worst thing about this quad. But other than that, this is a great bird. For something with brushes, because I'm kind of done with brushes. But man, this is a great bird. So I think I'm going to put this on sort of a rat rod frame. You know, like the frame that comes with the what is it, WL Toys QV666 or Q3 something. You know, a little stringy little tiny little frame with the god-awful ugly canopy on it. Anyway, that board looks great, man. And to give you an idea of motors, remember the powerful Tarantula, the Yozon, whatever, JJRC Tarantula, oh man, my Tarantula. I thought I was really going to the big times when I got a Tarantula. And the power that thing has. And well, look. This is basically like a Tarantula motor. Okay? Yeah, it's really a powerful bird, isn't it? This motor is something like a WL Toys, I don't know, 666 or 626 or something. Basically, it's like a Tarantula motor, except it has the little piece of the sprocket that comes out and impedes. Quadcopter 101 tells you about these motors and the differences about them. But anyway, yeah, I probably have 20, maybe 15 or 20 Tarantula motors laying around, which I will never use because I'm absolutely done with tarantulas or anything tarantula related. I even have tarantula sprockets, other pieces if you want to do like a tarantula rat rod. Need some parts? Just ask. I'm done with them. Back on motors, get a gander of this. Tarantula motor, SEMA X8C motor. Look at the size of that, man. This is a brushed motor, but look at it. Oh my God. And I opened up the WL Toys Q303, and guess what I found? No, this is old. Is this old? Yeah, this is old. WL Toys Q303 runs the same motors as the SEMA X83. Thus going back to what I've been saying for at least a year now. SEMA X8 and WL Toys Q303 is by far the best brushed motor apparatus you can get. You find one with more power, more agility, more responsiveness, better circuitry, better endurance. Well, I will have to take my hat off to you because I don't think there is none better. Anyway, yeah, I have a couple X8 SEMAs that I have to fix, want to put back together. And I have two of these that I want to put back together, kind of new. But it's raining and I have a lot of extra time on my hands, so what's going to come off of my table in the near future will be another rat rod. It'll have the board of a 303. It'll have the blades of a SEMA X8C. It'll somehow look kind of like this. The motors will be mounted in upside down, kind of like that. Okay, sort of like that. And then there's going to be a bar going this way, and it's going to be a very thin, like a brushed rat rod frame. My concern is it might be a little too light for these big SEMA blades and this big motor, but it's certainly going to be fun. Then we'll do some camera stuff. This is sort of the same theory, but I was toying with using the sprockets from the 303. Oh, by the way, real quick, these are very dirty, but are any sprockets anywhere? Sprockets! Here we go. Very, very dirty. Dit. This is the sprocket from the WL Toys. Very, very dirty, but very strong, and you see how it's sort of made. And these are unused sprockets from X8C. Very, very similar. Maybe a little stronger. Has a little metal thing right here for heat or something. I don't know. What the hell. But anyway, we're going to be going with SEMA sprockets, SEMA blades, big motors on a little frame with a 2-cell 7-volt battery and probably the WL Toys camera. And Marky's going to fly something with brushes again. Hopefully. Love you guys. Peace. Goodwill on earth towards men and all that stuff. Yeah. Don't forget, fly quadcopters, save global warming. Nobody wants to see penguins show up at your front door with their little bow ties undone, as if they've been out drinking or something. Come on, man, they're all not Dudley Moore or Dean Martin. They can't be that debonair. Alright, peace. Bye.
After these few words. Aloha, America. Welcome back to our show. We're going to take one more phone call, then we're going to close the line for a little while because I'm falling way behind.
You don't want to know how long I've been up.
So,
it's
Kevin in West
10 o'clock
Virginia,
the next
aloha.
day.
Welcome to the show. What's on your mind?
Hey, Mr. Mike. The Second Amendment's on my mind.
This is going to be the Q303, the WL Toys. One of them. I'm going to make a second one. This one's going to be like this. It's going to run a 7-volt battery, and these blades and tarantula motors will have FPV. But the camera's going to be facing down like this. And when I press the servo, the camera is going to
that the shooting would not have occurred. And it
tilt up
more attention to the fact that
to about that angle right there.
What's going on at Parkland that we're not being told about. And again, it gets back to that picture
to about that angle right there. Sorry.
It gets back to that video of 3 police officers with these large
so that's one of the Q303s. This one has tarantula motors. The next one I'm going to make is going to have SEMA X8C motors.
That went on in and just shot a bunch of people.
It's daylight.
And they set up.
Right now I'm going to go out for a test flight. Bye. Hey YouTube, you've seen this already, I'm sure. It's almost noon the next day, and have I taken any breaks? Have I had any sleep? Sure I have. I wouldn't do this all the way through with no sleep. What do you take me for? I don't do those things. I'm completely healthy. I wouldn't lie to you. or else my name would not be Joe Izuzu. Anyway, this looks so... brushed motors, really, Marky? Well, I'm going to try it. Tarantula Motors, Q303 frame. This piece has to dry. I really want to take it for a flight, though. When everything dries, the Q303 camera is going to be mounted in the front, like this. Okay? It's going to sort of be sitting like that. And that's going to be its normal position. And then when I want to hit the servo, it's going to go down like that. So I could like photograph like my car straight up. Then, like I said, I want to do this board with some SEMA X8 motors. I'm positive it can be done, and I think it'll be fun. If not, I'll kill some time, because obviously I must be a little bored, and, well, I might not be the best pilot, I might not be the most responsible pilot. Talented pilot, not me. But I'm a busy guy, and I'm just trying to think of other things. Okay, so, there it is, man. Sun's out! I'm tired as hell, probably gonna faint. But the sun is out, and we're gonna go fly a brushed quadcopter. And try not to lose it. Been a long time since we messed with something weak and light. Okay, so we got our hover. It's going to be a light camera bird later on. Tarantula Motors, WL Toys Q303 board. Very, very weak and tame considering the power and how light it is. Oh, but then again, we forgot we got all these different speeds. Okay. Sun's out, don't want it to be in our way. Okay, baby. Ooh. Oh! Hoo! Hoo! Right, brush rotor frame. Just waiting for our camera now. Just breaking it in, first flight. WL Toys Q303. First flight. Okay. See, this shit has to dry. Alright though. Little weak little homemade little thing. Fragile and light. But a success. Okay, we good. Now we really can't fly it no more the rest of the day. And JV well has to dry, man. Hey, what's happening, man? How you doing?
Is it working?
Yeah.
Hey, you wouldn't have to have a barrel, would you? You know, for coaxial, one of the extensions like this, a barrel, to go in here.
Oh.
My Aunt Jean and Aisha, I just hung a TV on the wall for her, but I just need a barrel to hook up to the other piece of.
You mean a double double mill?
Yeah, barrel. Yeah, the double.
No, I don't have a double.
Don't have one. Okay.
I know exactly what you mean.
I got them at home. I'm a cable technician. I forgot to bring it. There wasn't none in my tool.
You know what? You don't need a barrel if you just have if you have a splitter. Splitters work like a 3-in-1 splitter.
Yeah.
They're really not splitters. They're just connectors.
Well, that's true too. A splitter's like a barrel.
Yeah, a splitter will work.
Everything's at home.
How far is home, man?
It's back in.